Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to tutorslearn.com. This is Virender. Last time we were working something on tables, and today we are going to see to how to create such kind of table. So as you can see that here we have a table, but there are three rows and three columns, but some elements occupies more than one space. For example, for the element A, it occupies two rows values, and for the element D, it occupies two column values. So how to do that? Actually, I had made a file, and this is the file that because of which it renders like this. I'm gonna create it again. So delete it, save this, refresh. Okay, so this is our table. So this is called spanning of the tables element, and we use for this is RowSpan and ColSpan. So let me create first the table with a border 1, and okay, let's take it a 3. Color needs to be, the border color needs to be equals red. Okay, there, and then use table row for the first row element. Okay, table row again, table row, table row. There is the third one. So this is our first table row, and we need to put data here. So the first element was 1, second one was A, third one was B. So that was it for the first row. Save it, refresh. Look, 1, A, B. These are the first row elements. For the second row, it was, I think, C, table data, table data D, table data. Save this, refresh. Now look, A1, AB in the first row, CD in the second row, and this remains vacant, and because there is only two elements. In the third row, we are gonna put 2 and 3. Okay, so let's type td 2 slash td and td 3 slash td. So there are two elements in the second and the third row, whereas in the first row there are three elements. Save this, refresh. Okay, now what we are gonna do is we are gonna make this element, the one element, to take these two rows values. So what we use for that is row span equals 2, which means that it's gonna take two rows values. So save it, refresh it. There, now it's taking two rows values. In a similar way, if you want the 3 to take two column values, then we will do is a call span, because it will take by this two column values. 2, save it, refresh it. Here, in a similar way, if you delete this, save, refresh, now there is one space vacant. You can also give it a call span of 3. Save it, refresh it. So I hope you get the idea that how the row span and call span works. It's very important to know this concept. One more thing is that I want to teach you in this lesson is about event handlers. So for example, whenever I click on the 3, it performs an alert function. So I do on click equals alert. um, this is 3, and let's save that, refresh it. Look, whenever I click 3, it's it's an alert, a message pops up saying this is 3. This is actually a JavaScript function which works in this HTML web page, and you can add it on anywhere. For example, you can add it on A also. For example, you add in here on click alert. This is A, and alert message should be under double quotes. So save this, refresh it. Now if we click 1, it happens nothing because 1 doesn't have any on click function, but A does have. So this is A, this is 3. So these are the JavaScript alerts that we are having, and these are known as event handlers. Okay, so that was it. Okay, last thing, in the before we end our table section, is I would like to teach you is about the headings. The table actually contains 3 parts. In a table there are 3 parts. First is the table heading, the head. The second one is the table body, T body, and the third one is the T foot, so T foot. And all these T head, T body, and T foot, all these can be used only once. And where we can use them, we can use them in particular sections. For example, let me use the T if you want the one, but first let me delete this. Okay, it would be confusing otherwise. This, and let me, okay, equals that, refresh that. Yep. Okay, let me add another element in here. First tde td, save that, refresh that. Okay, now it's okay. So if you want to add table head, then we can simply write t head, and we do it, close it in here. Okay, wait for a moment. Okay, so yeah, so we had put it this first row in the table heading section, and now we can characterize it accordingly. For example, if you want to give it a color, so example bg color equals yellow, save that, refresh. So as you can see, this first section which comes under t head, it's saying that this is the heading of the table, and CDE could come in the body section. For example, there is a T body, and for that color could be blue, and this is PG, and we close the T body here, T body here. Okay, close it off like this, save this, refresh. Now the body has been colored blue. In a similar way, we can also provide T foot here. Okay, so this is it, and we haven't provided any color to it. So color, actually bg color to be orange, say, refresh. So headings, having a color of background color of yellow, body having a color of blue, and the footer having orange color. In the table t head, t body, or t foot, you can add more than 2 columns, or sorry, more than 2 rows, 3, 4, 5, 6, any number of rows you want to add, you can do it, but it could be used only once. For example, if you used here t head, once, then you can't use thead again. So it's like dividing the whole table in three sections: heading, body, and footer. As we divided our HTML section in the head, body, and there's no footer, but um, in the same way the tables also divides its content with these tags. Okay, so I think that's it. And before we is there time? If there's time, then I will show you an example. No, there isn't. Okay, let me wait for a while. Okay, so here is a file that I created. If you see this file, there is long coding in this, and what does this outputs is one with Google Chrome. So can you see that what I'm having in this is a table. This is a huge table with a border 5, and then there is two rows under the T head section. So first you define a table with border 3 or 5 pixels, and then you define a T head, a T body with color orange, and a T footer with color blue. And in this T head I had put it two rows with a call span of around 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 12, around 18 sections I had put it here, and for here too. Then there I had used the row spans for getting rows numbers here, and here also I had used row span. There I had used col span, row span of value 2, row span of value 2, row span here value have 4, and also had used event handling in this. For example, whenever you click this there, so you are the topper and you are the best basu, this the message comes up. And if you click on any fail guy, so you are fail. So this is an example of where we could use tables. I had used tables to create a result form. So that was an example. And okay, that's it for the video. In the next video we are going to learn about forms, that how we can create HTML forms. Thank you and have a nice